All right, so how are you? So this is my first stream, so I will be a bit shy and also understand that I will be diverting from English to a little bit of Bemba. Yes, a bilingual like that. So the stream mainly is uh is about the curriculum, okay? Okay. About the new curriculum, which is basically the curriculum for 2023. Why 2023 when we're in 2025? Understand that the curriculum is always revised every 10 years. So the curriculum that the current learners are using was revised in 2020 2013, and it was implemented in 2014. I remember when I was in grade 10, we were one of the first people that got to use the curriculum. So there are just certain words that you will get to hear for the first time, and I wanted to make sure that a lot of you got to know what they really mean, like the definitions of the words. Okay, so one of the keywords that you'll be hearing a lot is curriculum. Okay, so what is a curriculum? A curriculum is basically just a planned sequence, okay, of instruction and learning experiences for students in an education setting. Okay, so what does this mean? So basically, it has to include the activities of the student to complete a course and achieve its goals. Okay, so at the end of the curriculum, what do you want to achieve? That's what it means. So why should the curriculum be revised? Okay, why should it be revised? So the reason why a curriculum always have to be revised is it basically has to deal with society demands and needs. Okay, so what does society demand and what does society need? Okay, so like let me put you back in 2013. What did Zambia need? Zambia needed a lot of agriculture science teachers, especially in the education system, because our agriculture sector was suffering a lot. So it needed a lot of agricultural teachers, and that's why a lot of people uh, had to divert their careers and had to do more agricultural science approaches. Okay, so that's what the curriculum has to deal with. Okay, so let me give you a bit of background on the previous curriculum. Okay, just forget what I'm doing here. So the previous curriculum, okay, which was launched in 2014, it was revised in 2013, but it was launched in 2014. Was more of an outcome based curriculum. Okay, so what does this mean? So as an educator, whenever we are educating our learners, we always have to look at the outcome. Okay, what should we achieve at the end of the lesson? What should the learner achieve at the end of the lesson? Okay, okay, what should they achieve at the end of the lesson? The learners should achieve what and what. So for example, I'll give you an example of a syllabus for science. Okay, a syllabus for science, and the syllabus is, it has to deal with, let's say, um let's talk about, maybe for example, physics. Okay, physics, you're learning general physics. Okay, on general physics, this is like the first topic in science physics. Okay, you're doing international system of units, which are known as SI units. Okay, and the outcome has to be distinguished between basic and derived quantities. Okay, and this is the knowledge that the learners have to come up with. I don't want to go through all this jargon because I know fiala mirufiafi anyway, because it's irrelevant to you. So now the new curriculum that we are dealing with has to deal with competence. Okay, when we say competence, what does it mean? Competence has to deal with the skills that the learner has to come up with. Okay, the skills that the learner has to come up with. Yeah, the skills that the learners has to come up with. So this curriculum that we're doing about that we are uh, using right now, which is a competence based an outcome based curriculum, mainly has to deal with the outcomes that you have to uh, achieve at the end of the lesson. So for example, mwachatsamidira pali primary rights. Okay, omwana afiire aishiba if yakuchita rewrite if yakubomfya nevertheless if yakubomfya no sooner chitanchani kwafiire aishiba. With the outcome based curriculum, with the competence based curriculum, it mainly has to deal with tangible skills. Yes, they will have the knowledge, but they have put the skills in the forefront. In the previous curriculum, the skills were there, but the knowledge was more forefront, but the skills were a bit behind. Okay, that's why in the last years, like after 2013 up until now, we've seen a lot of 6 5 points. Okay, why have we seen that? Mainly it's because of technology, mainly it's because of uh mainly it's because of the curriculum itself. Okay, so why should the curriculum be revised? Let me go back on that. The curriculum should be revised mainly on the basis of society needs. Okay, what does society need? If society is lacking on the agricultural setup, the new curriculum should put agriculture on the forefront. I'm just giving that as an example. If the previous curriculum was if you've noticed that maybe okay muchipanda muno ama nurse tabafula, we have to put nurses on the forefront, like to encourage our learners to become nurses, to put that in the curriculum, to say okay there is this, that, and the third. Okay, that's why it should be revised. Then the other thing as well, it has to do with it has to do with technology. Okay, every day technology is is getting revised. Okay, and I ain't getting revised. Everyday technology is getting updated. Okay, so technology, since it's getting updated, the reason why a curriculum should be revised is that we also have to be up to date with the trends, because what worked 15 years ago is not what's working right now. Okay, for example, 15 years ago, the the latest phone was a BlackBerry. Right now, you're supposed to have a latest iPhone. Okay, I'm just giving that as an example. Okay, BlackBerry is no longer in action. Okay, in 2003, the phone that was happening was a Nokia. In 2013, it was a BlackBerry. In 2023, it's an iPhone or a Samsung. Okay, so a curriculum has to be up to date, because the technology that has been working then, in terms of maybe let's say in the mining industries and the labs, let's talk about maybe in the health, like the technology that they've been using is different from the technology that is being used right now. Let me check if this is even recording. Okay, it's recording. That's why the curriculum has to be revised. Another thing, okay, I think as well has to improve student learning. Okay, what does this mean? This means it has to improve student learning. So with let me make a tangent. Okay, inonshta like akale, right? Akale umwana nga kwali babana abapushira balemba, let's say banana, alemba D A U A U A namunfa. That's not how you spell banana in akale. Oyo mwana nishinshi nishikopo inonshita apatulesamilila ili abayita ati dyslexia. Kwaye bana abana abapushira limbi 6 amonamo 9 iliana ena bulwere babwita ati dyscalculia. Then kwasa abana ma slow learners. So the reason why the curriculum has to be revised is to incorporate these learners, okay, who have these difficulties as well. It should be inclusive because umwana waifyo, the moment that is not addressed, nishichapo umwana auchitenshi au naik, and education should be an equalizer. At the end of the day, everyone should be educated and have at least a tangible skill to be able to get that. So if you have an outcome-based curriculum where umwana maybe ni slow learner, where umwana has maybe dyslexia, dyscalculia, and you have these assessments that have to deal with writing and knowledge-based, okay, mainly memory-based, whereby someone who has a better memory than the other will be able to succeed than someone who can use the knowledge and interpret it, okay. That's why curriculum has to be revised, because ababonse abaso ababakwebati, you're judging as a monkey, a fish on its ability to climb the tree, which is unfair, which is very unfair. So the curriculum always has to be revised to achieve all of this. Then the other thing as well, it also has to meet the job markets, the job requirements, the job needs, okay. So I'm a doctors, like in the last 10 years, I'm a doctors muno mzambia barishupire sana. So there is a huge demand for doctors, and the workforce didn't have a lot of doctors. That's why you are seeing a lot of learners going for medicine and whatnot. I mean, kuma teaching, kuma nursing. Why? It's because that's what the job market needs. Actually, on the copper belt, if you just finished grade 12, a job was already waiting for you in the mines. Now that's not the case. You have to be a civil servant to survive. If not, you have to have tangible skills. Limbi uri mukali kumasampo, limbi mukali mukushefintu, limbi wachifafe twakula kula twakupanga panga. That's the way you can survive, okay. Then as well as equity, right now, like equity and equality, okay. What does this mean when we say equality? Okay. When we say, I'll give you an example. On equality is just treating people equal. Okay. Treating people equal. So let's say boy and girl, you're treating them equal. Say, uyumwana, mwaume mwana kashi. So we'll treat them the same in class. Not that yo abaume bakala sukafe. Abana kasheba tabakalia suka abaume bakala chitenshi. Like the way church it is, whereby abana kashi, like our traditional churches, abana kashi tete bashimikileko, abaume bashimikilako. No, the curriculum doesn't do that. The curriculum allows everyone to be equal. They are treated equal. But what does equity mean? Okay, when we talk about equity, it has to deal with you getting someone and putting them on a level. Okay, let's say I'm coming from a household where the monthly income is 15,000 kwacha for one parent. Then another person is coming from a household where a monthly income is 800 kwacha. When we tell both learners to say contribute a 5 kwacha, the one that is coming from a household where the income is 15,000 kwacha will be able to contribute much more than the other person, because uri aumbi mwala mfienganga mwamwe bati data 5 kwacha. In hindsight, 5 kwacha is a very small amount of money, but to another person it's a very big amount of money. That's why free education has to be there, because it has to not discriminate who is coming from where. Everyone is being treated equal, and now that you're coming from a household where money is not enough, equity has to be there. Okay, because you don't have to contribute anything when it has to do with classes. Anyway, forgive the tangent. Then, as well as incorporating feedback. So feedback, what does this mean? Feedback, so for example, from the curriculum that we previously had, like if we send our learners into society, grade 12, okay, they will talk about, oh, okay, abana bayinoshita badishani, abana bayinoshita badishani. Feedback has to come to say, okay, since abana bayinoshita na beresha sana amafoni, they are losing morals, include that in the curriculum. Or society badedwala sana HIV and AIDS, include that in your curriculum. Or sexual health, maybe personal hygiene, wasn't that considered. I think you put that in the curriculum to say, okay, at some point abana bafuide baishibe fyakushita if ain. So what do I have to start with? So I have to start with mainly I'll be dealing with 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 the forms about early childhood. We'll talk about early childhood. So the new curriculum that we're using, okay, so read this highlight. It's saying the above 2023 curriculum has been adjusted. Okay, it has been adjusted to structure the education system from a 4-7-2-3 to a 3-6-4-2. So what does this mean? Okay, what this means okay, the curriculum that we were previously using, okay, the curriculum that we were previously using had 3 years of kindergarten. Okay, I don't know how many years of kindergarten they had, but I can talk with the 3. So it's saying they had 4 years of kindergarten, then 7 years of primary education, so from grade 1 up to grade 7, then 2 years of so from grade 1 up to grade 7 you write your exam, which is primary certificate. Then you pass to grade 8 and 9, which is the 2 here, that's a junior education, junior secondary education certificate. Then the 3, which is 10 to 12, which is the secondary education certificate. So now the new curriculum is a 3-6-4-2. What does this mean? So it's 3 years of kindergarten, so early childhood, baby class, by reception, by middle class, yes. Then 6 years, so from grade 1 up to grade 6, by then by exam. Then from form 1, which will be grade 7, so from form 1 to form 4, which will be grade 10, by then by exam, which will be O levels. Then from form 2, from 5 and form 6, which will be A levels. Okay, so what does this mean? All right, so this means primary education has been reduced from grade 6, okay, to from grade 7 to grade 6, okay. So from grade 6 kulen by exam, ayin. Then grade 9 certificate has now lost value, okay. The grade 9 certificate has now lost value. It has been phased off. Then come form 1 mwasashinta mu form 4. That will be now a new certificate, which will be an O levels. What does O levels mean? The one that you get at grade 12 is O levels. O levels. The one that you get at grade 12 is O levels. So that O levels, O levels. Okay, I'll come back. Okay, O levels. Then 2 is form 4 and form 6. From 5 and form 6. That's the A levels. Okay. So 3 years of primary education, 3 years of kindergarten, 6 years of primary, 4 years of high school, and 2 years of A levels. Okay. So what does this mean? This means grade 6 will be writing exam ngapasa grade 6 kuya mu grade 7, which is now the new form 1, ngapasa kuya ku form 4, ngalemba ku form 4, ngafika mu form 4 ngapasa my exams. There are 2 directions. So let me make 2 tangents. So there are 2 directions to a degree. What do I mean there are 2 directions to a degree? So you can either go the form 4 route. Form 4 route, when you go form 4 route, it will mean pasa form 4, you go to college. Okay, college, that's where you get your diploma. And after you get your diploma, you will now get your degree. After you get your diploma, if you want, you can now go and get your degree. Okay. So where is it? So here it's 3 years of early childhood, 6 years of primary, 4 years of high school. Ngawalemba high school. So if you want, you can go to a college where you get a diploma, and after you get your diploma, then you can now go and get your degree. But this pathway is just showing for a degree. So if you walemba form 4, you can either choose to go to college or choose to go to A levels. If you choose to go to college, you can only do a diploma. If you choose to go to A levels, you do a degree. A levels wapasa, you do a degree direct. Okay, so certificate has been phased off. So now what happens to the grade 9s right now? The grade 9s that are currently there, the current grade 9s are the last grade 9s, and our grade 9 ingabari manish chapwa. So now what happens if umwana ngapo na grade 9? That is still yet to be talked about. Okay. Yeah, that is still yet to be talked about. So in primary school, in form 1, there are eight career pathways. Number 1, which is natural science pathway. Number 2, technology pathway. Number 3, agricultural pathway. Number 4, home economics, social science, business and finance, performing and creative arts. Then there is a physical education and sports pathway. Okay. So now, if a learner is in grade 7, which is form 1, they will choose a pathway from these. Okay. How will that pathway be chosen? I don't know. Do they have to write aptitude tests? I don't know. We are still in the pilot stages. I can't say anything. But from what I've understood is that if you do the natural science pathways from Form 1, that will be the career pathway that you have for the rest of your life. Okay? That will be the career pathway that you have for the rest of your life. Don't say no. If you get O levels, you only be a teacher and a nurse. No, there are various pathways. So, a child or the school or the parents, depending on what the school chooses, they'll get, or what the school is offering, they'll get to choose a pathway for that child. If the child will be in natural science, technology, and whatnot, then they will choose a pathway. So from these pathways, they'll go with them right until O levels. Sorry, right until O levels, and O levels in Gayapta. Then they'll then they will then they will O levels in Gayapta. Then they will continue with them even at A levels if they wish to. So these are the subjects that all the pathways are offering that are compulsory. So yeah, I'll talk about the languages that will be new as well. hmm So in fact, let me just go back. So mm, so mathematics is compulsory in all the pathways. Civic education. So with English is compulsory for all pathways, but there will be a pathway that will require someone to do a Zambian language or a foreign language. So they can either choose French, Chinese, Portuguese, or Swahili. Mathematics is compulsory in all the pathways. But literature in English, geography, history, and RE are not compulsory, but civic education is. On the natural science, on the natural sciences, there is agriculture science, biology, chemistry, physics. On these, you can choose one of these. Yeah, if you are in an agri pathway, you choose an agri pathway. Yeah, an agricultural science. So even on performing arts, there is music, art, and design, and physical education, and there are just a lot of subjects. Okay, this is a very good curriculum. Yeah, it's a very good curriculum. Though it can be controversial, but it's a very good curriculum. So if you go on the A levels pathway, there will be a science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, which is STEM. Then there is social science and languages, business studies. And there is physical education and sports pathway. So these are subjects that will be offered based on the pathway. So it's biology, physics, chemistry, agri, uh, CS, mathematics, geography, D&T, fashion and fabrics, food and nutrition, hospitality management, travel and tourism, civic education, English, history, RE, literature, Zambian language. Then there's foreign language, economics. There is commerce, accounting, business studies, PE, arts and design, music. Okay, yeah. So I don't go through a lot of plethora, but that's what's happening now. So now let me go back to the current grades, the form fives. Okay, all right. So the form fives uh the form ones, the current grade eights are the one who are starting the curriculum. So in hindsight, yes, you will say they are in grade 8, but they are in grade 7, which is form 1. So they will spend 4 years in high school, yes, and then go to college. If they choose to do a diploma, they can do a diploma. If they choose to go to A levels, they can do A levels. Okay. what's happening to the current grade 12s? So the current grade 12s, the ones that are there right now, after they are done with their grade 12 exams, they can go to college because they have the O-level certificate. After that O-level certificate, they can go to college if they want. But they are also eligible for A-levels as well. Okay? They're eligible for A-levels. Then who is piloting these curriculums? Okay? The people who are piloting these curriculums in 2025 are the early childhood, so a baby class, the grade 1s, a grade 4, and the form 1s. Okay? They are the ones who are piloting this curriculum. So the current grade 12s, well, current grade 9s in Gabadin, but this will be their last exams. Okay? Then next year, adults literacy, they will pilot, the grade 2 will continue, and A levels will also continue. So, abade demba grade 12 ngabale, but the A levels can start. Even our next year, nishwa mo A level shan mo A level 2. That's what's happening. Yeah, so basically the curriculum is it has it's a very nice document anyway. Find time to read it. So yeah, let me go back to this. So in 2025, the early childhood, meaning by baby class, are the ones who start doing this curriculum. The grade 4s are also doing this curriculum, and the form 1s. The A levels, level 1, will start their A levels. The next year, the adults will start. Then grade 2 na wena will continue because our grade 1 bakam grade 2. Our grade 5 bakamu ba grade 4 bakamu grade 5. Our form 1 bakamu form 2. The next year nishi ba grade 7 nishi ba. So the last year, in fact the first year where a grade 7, a grade 6 will write an exam will be 2028. Yes. 2027 will be the last time the grade 7s will ever write an exams. In 2028, by grade 6 fie, eba kademba fia my exams, naba form 4, naba form shani, naba A levels. So in 2028, basically it will be a very busy year. Because in 2028 there will be so many exams. There will be grade 7 exams, okay, the last exams. Then there will be the grade 6 exams, the first ones to write the exams. Then there will be grade 12 exams, the current grade 12, the current grade 9s will write their last exams in grade 12. Then A levels will also be doing exams, and form 4s will also be doing their exams. So otherwise, that's the curriculum for you anyway. Find time to go through the document. Anyway, sorry for rambling. This is my first stream. I hope you have a very nice day. Take care.